Hello everyone. We are talking about together everyone achieve more. TEAM. Together everyone, all of us achieves more. Teamwork and collaboration is what we will be discussing in today's video. So what is a team? In simplest of term, people working together to achieve one goal or agreed upon two goals or three goals, but this has to be mutually agreed upon. That is what team is. For me, the abbreviation of team is together, T for together, E for every one of us, A for achieve, and M for more. What an individual cannot do, probably a team can do quickly. So, in simplest of terms, two or more people going for simple agreed upon goals is what this team is all about. It familiar terms. Must have seen it in athletics, in the Olympics. If you've seen it, a lot of team sports, volunteer committee during emergencies, exigencies, casualty, disaster. You have committees out there for business team pursuing of the business objective, the corporate teams, we talk about it. Then we have the QIPs, the quality improvement teams for persons. We are talking about team with the single objectives, and that is what familiar examples is all about it. So why do we use team? Benefits to business and organization or system. It enhances creativity, thinking needed for innovations altogether. Why? Because it's better than one person to think around. There you will have 10 different person coming from different background, 10 different viewpoints and 10 different opinions about it. So enhance creative thinking. Most importantly, it involves teammates. It is all about involvement. Now this is where once you are there in the decision making, you will always ensure that your decisions once taken has been implemented. So buying or commitment has been more or less guaranteed for the company's success. A team generate results that are greater than those that can be produced by its individual members as on when on basis. So effective characteristics of team. Team cannot be too big or too small. Members are competent in their team roles. The team has a clear goal, clear understanding of what to accomplish and how to accomplish, more importantly. Employees or team members are comfortable in their own roles, in their own ideas. Team members are willing to consider, open to the fact that their roles, their ideas can be manipulated, can be agreed upon or disagreed upon as on when on basis. Decisions are made via consensus. Things have been developed and drawn on milestone to assist the progress towards it. So why use team? Because it improves the personal biasness, it improves the personal skills, it improves the fostering of teamwork or cooperation among the group members, better understanding of the whole company as system. It prepares for an upward professional growth, enhanced career growth, and things like it all together. External support for the team. Management supports and encourages the work of the team. The team is provided with sufficient resources to accomplish the task or a goal. Team up accomplishment are essentially very much recognized. This is what needs to be understood thereby. Allow me to give you the pictographical representation of the development of the team. Look, what is it? The first stage is the seed. Seed, when planted, it blooms for the first time. There is a sapling that grows around it. It's just a plant which eventually blows full booms into a big tree altogether, and that is what is all about it. Right from the seed to a sapling to a plant, and then we have the full tree altogether. That is how the team develops. So yes, we're talking about forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjourning. 5 stages of team development: forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjourning. Why performing? Because this is where everybody is knowing their roles and performing to the hilt. And why adjourning? The question is because you have achieved the goal for which you are set around at the stage of forming. Forming as a team member meets, probably introduce themselves. A facilitator or leaders are assigned or selected. The team may get set the ground rules of the process. Discussion for the project scope, the goals and time frame begin. The forming stage is very polite, absolutely polite, with deep conversations and understanding. Then comes the storming stage. Members may compete for the leadership of the group. Their ideas need to be espoused. Conflicting ideas are expressed. People are becoming a little less tolerant about each other. Some members speak little, other dominates. Members argue what to do and how to do, where to measure success, and what should be the metrics all about it. This is the most uncomfortable stage, the storming stage, which is exactly and entirely normal. After the storming stage is the performing stage. Members understand their roles, trust one another to complete their task altogether. Obstacles are easily overcome because once has been decided, the forming stage, the norming stage, and the storming stage comes around is the performing stages. Obstacles are easily overcome. Productivity is high because everybody knows their roles, everybody knows their expectations from them. Skills. Each member contribute his or her skills and knowledges. In performing stages, decision making becomes much easier because the group is truly a functioning as team. Then is the four stages, which is known as norming. Members reconcile their differences. Members now feel it is a part of the unit. It is a part of a productive goal. They are making some sort of a contribution. They almost everyone agrees to a goal and how to achieve that. And most importantly, the cooperation has been floated and been shared resources have been done for. During the norming stage, team begins to make significant progresses. This is the last stage, the journey. As and when you achieve the goals, the result evaluated, accomplishment acknowledged, teams may be dismissed. Team assigns to a new project, a new members may leave the group, some members may join fresh, and that is what team joining is all about it. Now, if I say my team is not working well together, remember we were talking about teamwork and reconciliations as the case might be. So, what is this dysfunctional team behavior? What is the problem with the team? Members who dominate, people who are dominating in your team, withdrawing from the process. There are people who are staying silent or subordinate, or probably withdrawing from the process, acting verbally, physically aggressive, naysay, block every idea as on when on basis, ignore the task at hand, perform unrelated tasks altogether. This is dysfunctional. Dysfunctional behaviors can be prevented. Yes, can be recognized by the group dynamics, involve skills that must be learned. Not everyone in the team may have mastered all the skills together required for the successful teamwork. Start by establishing as a team ground rules for operating the team as on when on basis. And how do we go across with it? So, what are the ground rules? Ground rules are the written rules agreement between the team members of what will they conduct and how will they conduct within the group itself. It is not going to go outside the group. Rule typically address the members behave towards one another, make decisions, solve problem, and prevent and mitigate crisis as on when on basis. The guidelines, allow me to give you a guideline which should be established and transported. In fact, it should be notified by every team member. It should be completely transparent. A team may modify the rules when necessary. A team should review the rules if needed. The group interaction appears to be deteriorating. The team should decide what happens if a member does not follow the rules. Ground rules per se, as the case might happen. Creating ground rules, build ground rules around the behavior that support relationship building. Bring ground rules that support task performance. Bring ground rules that improves teams effectiveness. So you should be looking at relationship building, task performance, and effective team building. Relationship building, let me address one at a time. Relationship building is all about listening towards one another, all about having an empathy of each other, all about understanding the position and the viewpoint of the others and appreciating it. Yes, we're talking about active listening. Yes, we're talking about open communication, encouraging one another, resolving conflict, acknowledging feelings, seating and following standards as on when on basis. Then there's the second part of task performance. Now, this is where you need to understand what are the behaviors that we are look towards achieving the team goals. Asking questions, clarifying doubts, researching, providing information, trying to find out the reasons behind it, clarify, summarize information. We are analyzing, we are prioritizing, we are planning, ensuring that everybody has access to the resources, taking action, seeking agreement, holding the team accountable for accomplishing the task as on when on basic. The last but not the least is effective teamwork. This is all about behavior, positive attitude towards the team and the work, positive attitude towards one another, ensuring that the work that has been assigned will be done within the constraints, acknowledging our shared goals, taking turn to speak, taking turn to listen to every one of them, accepting the feedback on the ideas, follow up on the agreed process as on when on basis, and definitely reflecting on the accomplishment. Now, what are my barriers to our team performances? This is conformity. People may stick to their goals and will not experiment. Conformity, too much of conformity is a barrier. But then we have the diffusions to responsibility, as in this is not my job. We have something called group thinking, obedience to authority versus empowered creativity, lack of management support or resources as the case might be, and when to do it. So how do we know when the work is done, what to be decided upon, and how to go around it? Team accountability, right at the beginning of the processes, right at the beginning, usually at the storming stages, the team needs to negotiate, create a document that describes the important outcomes, the milestones for which the team is responsible, which team members are responsible, milestone that indicate the progressing the way along the way to accomplish the task as on when on basis, indicators of success with explicit performance standards, description of subtasks, and the degree at which they will be performing to achieve the goals. And that is very, very important, as the case might be. The team should review the documents at each meeting, indicate milestone reached within the accomplishment date, discuss milestones that are behind schedule, make a plan for accomplishing the associated task, renegotiate and revise outcome as new information or external feedback indicates. Document all your tasks, all your work, whatever you've done it, even if the result has gone negative, document it, because those negative results would be a learning stone, a stepping stone to the success for the next project per se. You need to understand every process and describe. Team accountability should mention date, should mention schedule, should mention the outcome, whether positive or negative. In review, ineffective, what is an effective team? It is consists of a competent members. It is consisting of committed, more importantly, committed and transparent member. Go through several stages of development, work collaboratively in an atmosphere of respect, trust. Have a clear idea of what is to be done, what goals have to be accomplished. Understand how successes are all about it. Achievement of the goals will be measured. Remember, it is the organization and most importantly, the members of the team will benefit together. And that is the main motto of having an effective team: transparency, competency, commitment, collaboration. Clear communication is what will eventually lead to an effective team. With this, I come to an end of this video. Thank you for watching this video till the end.